There are a few healthy habits that have absolutely changed my life forever. My daily morning lemon water, yep, that's been on the list for more than 10 years. But there are a few on the list that have served their purpose and I no longer need. I want to share the things I've been doing for a really long time and how they've actually made an impact on the trajectory of my life. 4:45 a.m. morning routines, reading, training with my personal trainer via Copilot, who are also generously sponsoring this video. More on that in a bit. And you might be surprised as to what I have to say about my tried and true practice of morning pages. Does it make the cut? Let's get into all of it. You may have heard me talk about my 4:45 a.m. morning routine at one point. Oh my gosh, was it impressive. From celery juice to morning pages, Tony Robbins' priming technique. I was so busy before most of the world was awake. And there was absolutely nothing wrong with this routine until it didn't work for what I wanted for myself anymore. The reason this was such a healthy habit for me at the moment in time that it did work is that it taught me how to take care of myself before I could take care of others. It was just so much easier to do that when I was awake while other people were asleep, and I just thrived off of that. But there was still something missing in my life. When we started realizing we were having fertility issues, we went to go see a doctor, and that doctor said, "What's your life like?" And I explained everything. And I said, "What do you think we need to do in order to be able to have a baby?" And he said, "I think you need to sleep." I thought I was getting enough sleep at the time, but apparently I could have gotten a little bit more. The 4:45 a.m. morning routine was a blessing for so long, but it ultimately was working against something that I was working toward. And coming to that realization was tough. I would never say that I regret anything I was doing that early in the morning because it got me so far ahead in so many other areas of my life. As soon as he told me I needed sleep, so I quit my morning routine, or at least I quit doing it at 4:45 in the morning. There were things I was still doing. I just couldn't do it until I woke up naturally. And sure enough, 5 months later, I was pregnant with Bianca. Working out, the ultimate healthy habit, moving your body. I mean, it's such a game changer. It's an amazing healthy habit. It always makes me feel better, specifically from a mindset standpoint. But it took me a while to figure out what my pocket was going to be in the world of exercise, what was going to be the right thing for me. For the longest time, I told myself I didn't need accountability and that I was a very internally driven person. That was cute because then I would start trying to find different workouts or try different things. Ultimately, nothing was ever sustainable. I didn't stick with anything. You may have heard me recently talk about Copilot, and this is exactly how I've been able to integrate fitness into my life now in a way that I can keep up with no matter what I'm going through in my life, no matter what season I'm in, and have the personal attention that I need to customize accordingly. You've heard of working out with a personal trainer before. Copilot levels that up. It's an affordable one-on-one remote personal training service that provides personalized workouts that are tailored to your goals and available equipment. So whatever you have around you and the types of things that you like to do, a person works with you to figure that out. I had an initial call with my personal trainer and I was able to tell her, these are the things I don't like to do. These are my goals. Can you work with that? And it was a resounding yes. If you don't ask, you don't get.
Like, what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy circuit style? Do you enjoy body weight?
I hate body weight. Because it's like, this is so heavy and it's my body. That's really annoying. But I like hand weights. Obviously, we'll put up with body weight because I don't want to go to the gym. I do get gym anxiety because I don't know how to use the machines and I don't want to ask anyone how to use the machines and I don't want to look like I'm reading the instructions on the machines, so I'm not going to go. I tell myself that it's most efficient to work out at home and then I don't know what to do at home and then it's hard to focus at home and so it just doesn't happen. So I know I don't like the gym and machines and I don't want to do that, so I enjoy the home stuff. I'm happy to put up with body weight and I love hand weights. And if we can get creative from there, then that would be good. Can you just remove burpees from your vocabulary? Because that would just fill my heart.
So now there's that accountability and support from a real person with the flexibility of working out on my own time. And this has finally become a sustainable model for working out in my life. And I'm saying this now, very pregnant too, where I can then go to her and say, hey, I need to take it easy this week. I've been sick. Or, hey, I feel like I've got to get some energy out while I have the ability at this moment. And we can adjust the workouts accordingly as we go. If there's anything I need out of a workout specifically to stay healthy and keep moving, it's to make it simple. It's to make it easy and to not give me something else to think about. And that's ultimately what I get from Copilot workouts. I don't have to think about what are my workouts going to be because then there's a simultaneous conversation of, do I even feel like it? I don't know. I just open up the app. I see what the assigned workout is. I start the clock and I get going. And then I can give feedback in the app. Did I like that? How did I feel? Is there anything in there that made me uncomfortable that I wouldn't want to do again? I need a modification. It's just so instant and quick. And I love that because then I can move on to the next thing. My workouts are done in 30 minutes and we move on. If you would like to try to get matched with a personal trainer at Copilot, check out the link in the description down below. When you sign up before February 1st, you'll get a 14-day free trial and 20% off your first month of personalized fitness. And they will keep working with you until you have somebody that you feel very comfortable with so that you have a trainer that is the right person to hold you accountable. Let's talk about morning pages, because this is something I've been talking about for a really long time. It's a practice I love. It's a practice I believe in. And I think Julia Cameron introducing this in her book, The Artist's Way, is one of the greatest gifts to the creative community. That being said, I found myself feeling not my best in the last year or so of the morning pages practice, because I found that while it entertains the idea of getting all the bad stuff out and putting it onto paper so that it's no longer in your head and it clears that space for you creatively, I still feel like I was starting the day with negativity. I'm moving into, I guess, a different mindset in this stage of my life. This practice was a game changer for me for, years. You have heard me talk about this on this channel for so long. I have notebooks and notebooks that are dated, that are my morning pages. I probably should burn them because nobody should read my morning pages. It really was helpful for so long. But at this time, I'm feeling like even if there is negativity on my mind, I would rather shine a brighter light rather than focus on what the thoughts are in its existing state. So I've just taken a break from morning pages because it's just not for me for now. And I've moved on to a different rotation of positivity journaling. So the healthy habit at this point is trying things like script writing. What would I write my story to be like if I could make it come true? I also like to make task lists for the universe. I have found that that has been one of the most insane breakthroughs for me from a manifestation standpoint. Writing down what I'm going to do today and writing down what I am going to trust that the universe is going to make happen for me. I also like to, if I'm feeling like I'm gravitating toward the computer, I don't like to do that first thing in the morning. But if I've done a couple of these positivity journaling things and I happen to be going toward the computer, I'll work on my Google Calendar manifestation practice, which I'm wondering if you guys would be curious about a video on this. It's this idea of, well, I'm going to start mapping out my life now. I'm going to look at my calendar a year from now. I'm going to look at my calendar 5 years from now. I'm just going to start plotting things that I will hopefully be engaging in on those dates. And by scheduling these moments that I'm hoping will come to fruition, it gets me excited and it starts putting me in the frame of mind of who I'm trying to become. Reading is something that is so baked into my life. I think about this every day when I see my kid who chooses a book over a toy. For now, we'll see how it goes, okay? I know that toys are becoming more appealing by the day. It makes me so deeply grateful that reading was really presented as important to me at a young age and that I started reading early and that I have the ability to read. It is such a luxurious skill that I can pick up any book and learn anything at any moment in time, and I'm fully addicted to it. I am already on like my 5th book this year. I'm absorbing audiobooks. I'm absorbing my Kindle. I'm reading like crazy. It's what I love to do the very first thing in the morning with my lemon water and my cup of coffee. And I can't get enough. So no matter what time I wake up now, and sometimes it's early, I usually am at least at the kitchen making water and coffee by 6 a.m. Sometimes it's a little bit later if I needed to get more sleep, but I front load the day with those things that fill my cup. The lemon water, the coffee, the reading, the positivity journaling, just those things that are just getting me into the day and helping me figure out who I'm trying to be. If I can get an hour of this, heaven. Not always possible, not gonna be for very long. My routine will be changing in a few months, of course, but I think that's what's making me appreciate it even more. At that point, there's the hustle and bustle of the house. I get Bianca ready for school, Vincenzo's getting ready for work. Like there's just that moment of the day where we're moving and shaking and just trying to make sure everybody's okay and getting to where they need to be. And then when I come back home, because I work from home and I'm the only one here, that's when I get to really set my intentions for the day and when I'll make time to do the workout, because I know if I don't do it at the earliest point in the morning that I will entertain, which is closer to 8:30, 9 a.m., not first thing in the morning. I'm not working out first thing in the morning, but that's the luxury of having my personal trainers workout ready to go. With Copilot, I'll whip open the app, go down to where my weights are, roll out my yoga mat. It's usually right in here in this room, and knock out the workout so that I can then move on to the things I got to do for that day. One thing you want to keep in mind, we're building a habit. And so you don't want to fall off. There's a person on the other end of this workout that's going to hold you accountable as long as you show up. So one way to really make sure that you do this, and this is coming from someone who does not have very many notifications turned on their phone, almost none, but I have my Copilot notifications turned on. This way I get communication communications from Catherine, my trainer. I also get notified when there's a new workout, and it just continues to build on that accountability piece. So definitely look in the settings at the different notifications and make sure it's tailored to your preferences, but use them to make sure you show up. I can't say this enough. You do not realize how much structure can change your life until you really fully engage in it. If you can't get committed to habits, if you can't get committed to a routine, it's not working for you, that's fine. Find what works for you. But then when you find what works for you, stick with it, because that's what gives you the freedom and flexibility of the rest of the day. You're not giving yourself a hard time that you didn't work out, because you did, because you found the moment where it works for you as long as you show up. And it's great to have accountability. It's great to have those things that are baked in that really allow you to say, okay, I'm not in this alone. Thanks again to Copilot for helping make this video happen. They really have changed my life in such an impactful way. In a moment like this, especially when you feel like you can't get movement in, you always can. And so I'm just very grateful for them. If you want to get some free training, then I highly recommend you check it out. There's no obligation to the 14-day free trial, and the link is in the description down below with all the details. Healthy habits are going to come and go in your life. Be intentional, choose the ones that are right for you, and it's okay to let go of what no longer serves you. Because if we're not evolving and we're not changing, are we really living?